Welcome to Sunday from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. United 405 inbound from, I believe it was Denver. $31.60 inbound from Miami.
Kilo Alpha, you're 5 miles from Cook, maintain 3,000 until established on the low buzzer, clear last 124 approach. American 1267, climb and maintain 14,000.
Special visitor, it's the second American Dreamliner to show up, 9840. They're in town to pick up the Philadelphia Eagles and take them back home after their game today in Cleveland. Currently in the fourth quarter in downtown Cleveland. Last I checked, the Eagles are up. So we'll get them leaving here in a couple hours. Looks like we got a thunderstorm moving into our area. Nothing severe so far. There's been some severe weather kind of across the state the last couple of days. But we'll keep an eye out to see what kind of weather we get. I'd love to get some lightning shots and stuff like that. So we'll see. Pretty quiet day so far up here. Had like a little bit of a cold the last couple of days, so it hasn't been very fun. But we're here to catch the American Dreamliner when it leaves here in a couple hours, as well as see what else might happen up here today. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Here from Cleveland, Ohio. Just watching the weather right now. Of course, as soon as I start filming, there's no thunder or lightning. Some interesting flight paths right now with the weather moving in. Got the Spirit Airbus, they'll be landing here on 24 right in the next 5 minutes or so. Trying to avoid the storms. 58 heading to Houston. Wonder if the Browns game's still going on. Now we have some thunder and lightning in the area. See, the Guardians game was already postponed due to field conditions, they said. I'm not really sure why, because we got some rain yesterday, but it's been pretty dry so far today. Severe weather possible this evening, so maybe that figured into it. And we've seen some funnel clouds and whatnot out by my old stomping grounds in Van Wert, out in western Ohio, so we'll keep an eye out for that too. It's pretty cool today, like low 70s. $184 inbound from LAX. Southwest flight behind it was overtaking them at about 40 knots. They were told to slow down. While we're out here, happy 40th anniversary to the Boeing 767. First one entered service with United Airlines 40 years ago yesterday. Probably see some United 767s later on this year as football charters. Especially on some of the shorter flights. The longer flights will probably see 777s, but the shorter flights you might see some 767s. So keep your fingers crossed. As well as weather divergence. We'll see what's going on. Maybe even today. We'll see how things go. 656 inbound from Baltimore, Washington International, BWI. Not really in the best position with the trees, but I'm staying close to the car because the rain is imminent. Felt a few raindrops already. Heavy rain probably moving in. I will say this though, if we get a runway change and that Dreamliner takes off going the other way, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. As we got it from over here the other day.
contact this center 135.1.
3406 heading to Chicago O'Hare. Looks like the thunderstorm cell that's heading this way is kind of going more towards the north, so that might end up missing us. But looking at the radar, it looks like there might be a water spout over the lake. So we're going to keep looking north and see as that cell moves more this way, maybe we'll see a water spout over that way. It's out over Lorain right now, so we still got a little bit before it gets out this way, but we'll see if maybe we'll get a water spout. We did film some last year out over the lake from here. You can see them kind of over the trees off to the left over there. We'll see, maybe we'll see one. American 2336 inbound from Dallas Fort Worth.
That is affirmative, sir, due to lightning being within 3 miles of the field.
Shutting down a ramp due to lightning. Speaking of landing, it looks like the landing light is not working on this American 737.
Actually, sir, I'm expecting the ramp to open here in just a couple minutes. There was one lightning strike within the 3 mile period, and we should be opening up here pretty soon because the majority of the lightning is 10 miles away. So hopefully we'll be able to open up and get you shoved before the big thing gets.
555 inbound from Midway. Starting to hear pretty much non-stop thunder in the distance. I know that ops guy was talking about hoping to get the ramp opened up and the lightning's 10 miles away and all that. Might be a little optimistic. We'll see.
That is Boeing 737. They're coming out. Juliet 4. They'll make the right turn on Lima. Okay, we'll give way to the NATO government. 2236. One off. Good with you. Southwest 555 on November for gate Bravo 11.
Learjet.
206, Memphis 186.
Got a Hawk. Learjet that took off a few minutes ago was on a maintenance flight and they're coming back in. They're doing some repairs and make sure things are good to go.
Extra 472, cross runway 24 left to November, contact ground point 7, we'll see ya. Cross 24 left to November, ground point 7, do ya?
A strong thunderstorm kind of out over the lake, more towards like the northwest of us. So this cell should miss us. Getting some raindrops here, but there's one behind it that might move in, so I was kind of keeping an eye on the weather. So every time I point my camera that way, the lightning and thunder stops. Every time. A stormy Sunday here from Cleveland, Ohio. be looking sky behind me. Might slide my car over a little bit because I saw reports of damaging winds in this storm that's going to be heading this way, so we might need to move over a little bit.
46, Lima ground, good afternoon, runway 24 right, taxi via Juliet 4, Lima Sierra.
This side, Delta 665, inbound from Atlanta. Parked right next to a tree. I don't know if I really want to be right next to the tree when the storm hits. Sorry about that. You can tell it's a lot darker on this side of the field than it is on the north side. Over here on the south side, the southwest end of the runway, and it's definitely a lot darker over here than it is on the other end. It's like come over from the northeast. 1378 heading to Tampa.
United 46, Lima Tower, 2 for line points, Embraer, plus 6 mile final. 948 United at 46.
At the Skittles livery, the old livery on this Spirit Wings A320.
46,
I do have to laugh that the radome on the top for like satellite Wi-Fi and all that is yellow. This kind of make me laugh. .486 heading to Denver, Colorado. One of United Airlines' big hubs. Jeb Brooks did a great video, if you haven't checked it out, on Delta's operations at Denver. .56 heading to Atlanta. Had a little light rain shower pass through over the last 5 minutes or so. It seems to be letting up. Heavy rain to the west with some thunderstorm activity. Might lift north of the field. We shall see. Had some little bit of lightning a little bit ago, but it's kind of calmed down a little bit. I know I'm the weirdo that likes to come up here and film in thunderstorms, so I was kind of hoping for a good thunderstorm today while we was up here. But we get a little bit of spray.
Envoy 39, clear 620, 150.
555 heading to Baltimore, Washington, BWI. Or are they heading to Nashville? It might be Nashville. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's Nashville. B&A. Yep, it's Nashville. 609 sounds like a repositioning flight. Heading to Chicago. It's a 737-800. As the rain begins to move in, got sunshine behind me to the south. Heavy rain to the north, thunder. Now the wind is beginning to pick up, so it's getting a little bit chilly up here.
9609, we're heading maintain 6,000, 24 right, clear for takeoff, wind 32011,
Probably be the last flight that'll get out of here for a little bit with the storms moving in.
390, turn right, heading 180, and let me know when you're able to direct that. Very good. Direct that if you can. Second 1475, going to maintain 4,000, turn 5 degrees right.
See how much runway presumably empty American 737-800 takes up. Usually they take up the whole runway. Yep, got up a little early. $13.75 inbound from Philadelphia.
What, a 2246 originally, was it? That's the latest we had. The worst we saw was even later than what you had. And then it went to 2307, and then we got 2246. Okay, I'm calling right now, Seven. Thanks.
Oh yeah. $47.12 as the rain begins to fall. Inbound from. It's time for me to get back in the car. I think they're inbound for Detroit, but I'm gonna get in the car. Moved away from the tree. We got a lot of lightning in the area now. All right, losing plane spotting from the car. 08 heading to Orlando. JetBlue inbound. I can't really see it now with the rain, so decided to come over here and see if we film some lightning, which has amazing strikes when I'm filming airplanes, but when I'm trying to film lightning, nothing happens.
99, please, that's the Alpha Lima Juliet 3 Juliet Hotel crossing 24 left.
Jet inbound FedEx 356 Heavy. 40th anniversary of the Boeing 767 inbound from Memphis. It is 40 years ago yesterday. United took delivery of their first 767. The worst of the weather so far is still to the west. We had a little cell pass through, but it went north of us. So we had a kind of heavy, moderate to heavy rain there for about 10 minutes or so. Now it's dry as a bone again. Still got some lightning to the north and got some heavy rain and talking about flooding to the west. So hopefully the American Dreamliner gets out of here before, look at that spray, before the heaviest of the weather hit. .767s 40 years later still roll off the assembly line at Boeing Field in Seattle. I think they make them. I think they build them in Seattle. I know the 73s are built in Renton. They still build cargo versions, and they build the military version of the 767. Pretty good chance that a 767 might see 100 years of service someday. Got 4729 heading to JFK.
Taxi cross runway 24 left. Needed taxi cross 24 left off the 665. 5076, Cleveland departure. Ready to contact. Maintain 8,000.
424, the Great Blue Heron inbound from Fort Myers.
How is this battery dead?
5076, should have phones been able to call and maintain 12000.
Yeah. That's fair and proper. What?
southbound. Okay, 4729, maintain 6,000. I think the tower gave that to you. Push wheel traffic at 2 o'clock, 10 miles northeastbound, 7,000 in a hopper. 6,000, we'll look for the traffic break at 4720.
286 inbound from Atlanta.
Ground taxi park via Lima, Juliet 6, Juliet.
Go parking around Lima, Juliet 6, Juliet Frontier Flight 2424.
135.1. 2658, flight heading for now, and then pushing the southbound.
Sorry about that, I wasn't focused.
Papa cross 24 left, point 7, Delta 2036.
745 heavy. It's the Philadelphia Eagles charter heading back to Philadelphia.
Ground Delta 2286.
787 Dreamliner.
4 left on Papa, going up Baltimore. 2286, cruising ground. Export via Lima, Juliet 5, Juliet. Lima, Juliet 5. And Juliet Delta 2026.
Oh yeah.
Heavy, clear for departure for intercom.
Heading into the rain. The rain is pretty much right off the end of the runway. Oh, the spray came out and the vapor off the engines. That was awesome. All right, we'll wrap up the day with Delta Flight 665 heading to Atlanta. We're going to head on out and get ahead of the rain. Got some thunderstorms moving in. Talking about flooding too, so we're going to try to get ahead of that. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below, comment down below. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate your support. We'll be back up here again next week for sure, probably at some point this week. Just kind of depending on what kind of activity we have, and then we'll head to the Cleveland Airliner show this weekend. And then we're also going to try to head to Mansfield. The Commemorative Air Force is bringing in their B-24 and B-29s. We're going to try to get down there to catch that for you. Got the Cleveland National Air Show in a couple of weeks. And then in September, we're going to head to St. Louis. Just bought the tickets yesterday. Going to catch a Cardinal game before Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols retire. I don't know if we'll do any plane spotting out there, but at least we'll try to bring something from the game. So if you're a Cardinals fan, looking forward to bringing that to you. And we will catch you next time from Cleveland Hopkins. Have a good night, everybody.